Alright, so we can once again put these two away. Alright, let's go ahead and do our first save. Okay. Okay, so the only other thing we can really do right now is... But, well, besides the plant room, obviously. We're gonna go deal with Yawn. So let's get right to it. So we need to get back to the room where Richard is. Okay, and this is the single door that the shield key unlocks. Man, how did you even get in here, Richard, without the key? Now, if you're playing as Chris, there's shotgun shells here on normal mode, but nothing there for Jill. Hello, Yawn. He's called that because when he's opening his mouth to attack, it looks like he's yawning.
Payback time.
Oh, hey, Richard. Alright, so there's another death mask, number 3. Without a nose. Thanks for the assist there, Richard.
Thanks.
Uh-oh. Richard! He saved us.
Richard!
Oh, poor Richard. Alright, well, there's no point to fighting it anymore. We will take his assault shotgun, and let's leave. Sorry, Richard. Now, you only get he only drops his assault shotgun if you stay and assist him. If you just pick up the death mask and leave the room, he still dies anyway, but he won't drop the shotgun. So you miss out on it. Fires 12 gauge shells, a Star's custom arsenal, and also Richard's favorite. Poor Richard. Right, and now there's a zombie in here. It didn't take long to take Richard's place, huh? Alright, so now having done everything else, we can get the last death mask. It honestly would have been more efficient. Technically, it's more efficient to just do this earlier. But having this whole area zombie-free for at least until just about when you're about to leave the mansion is just too good to pass up. So I'd say it's worth it in the long run. Oh, I need to pick up the herbicide. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so we put the chemical in here. Alright, and when you pump the water, use the red switch, not the green one. The red one kills the mutant plant. If you hit the green one, you kill all the green herbs on the right next to it. Just know green stands for green herb. That's all you need to remember. And that's 5 green herbs right there. That's big. So I never really talked about Jill's defensive items. Both Chris and Jill get the dagger, but each one also has their own personal defensive item. Jill's is the taser, or the stun gun, whatever you want to call it. And Chris's are flash grenades. Chris's are by far the most useful one, because when he's grabbed by a zombie, he chucks it into the zombie's mouth, and then a couple of seconds later, or you can pelt it with a handgun bullet, its head will... It's a guaranteed headshot on a zombie. It's super useful. Now, Jill's isn't as good, but it's actually not bad, because I've learned that when she uses the taser on an enemy, it actually gets rid of 80% of their HP. So it's better than what I originally thought. Okay. And there's the last death mask. Okay, yeah, so these guys pop in. Okay, so... And then this is the death mask without eyes. Alright. We'll also bring the Wind Crest along with us. I don't think we'll need a heal. We'll probably be fine. Okay, so now that we have all 4 death masks, we need to make our way back to the graveyard. Now, after you get all 4 death masks, both of the zombies that were here just kind of disappear. So that's nice. Alright, I don't have the space to carry that. But that's okay, we'll get it on the way out. So, the one without eyes goes here. This is for the one without everything. Oh my. I like the blood on the camera effect. This is the one without a nose. And then this one is the one without a mount. And now evil shall awaken. Oh dear. A crimson head. Uh-oh. Hello there, Crimson Head. And goodbye to you, sir. Wow, he did not give a damn about my attacks there. Okay, so there's the shotgun shells. We'll hit the switch. And we'll take the stone and metal object. Okay, so we've just emptied the shotgun. And now we never need to use it again, because now we have the assault shotgun. I think in terms between these two shotguns, I think the regular shotgun has a wider radius, while the assault shotgun has a little bit more attack power and a more focused strike. Weapon that is capable of firing wide range. Yeah. I don't think it gets the guaranteed crit on the first shot, though. But I could be wrong about that. Yeah, it's not like the original game where the shotguns were just guaranteed headshots. It's only a chance of doing it in this game. Which, in this game, it makes a lot more sense, because if you could decap every single time, it would be overpowered. Okay, so we can now leave the mansion. But our buddy, Forrest, wants to try and give us one more hug before we go. Not that we really want it. Okay. And that's the last time we'll see Forrest. When we do the mansion return later, he disappears. Thankfully. Alright, so place the stone and metal object there, and we can now leave. Alright, more shotgun shells. Thankfully, that claw swipe from the Crimson Head still left us at fine, so that's cool. Alright, another battery pack. And then there's a first aid spray here. Valley of Destruction, Cave of Hatred, Summit of Madness, Path of Revenge. All lovely places to visit, I'm sure. Alright, so this we want to stop on... Oh, not south. We want to stop it on west.
Barry?
Monster! James! Gun! Ineffective! It's it! Stay away! Forest outside mansion! Stay! Hey!
A monster in chains, huh? Right, and then there's another weather vane here. We want this one to face north. Right, so basically you're making the two guardian dogs there face away from each other. Red Eyes, the inscription reads, "The war cry of revenge." Blue Eyes, "The last gaps of destruction." So yeah, there you go. Alright, so we got crows here. Now, they may not necessarily aggro from walking. Alright, so here's where the Wind Crest comes into play. We place it into this tombstone. And voila, there's the three other crests from the original game. The Moon Crest, the Star Crest, and the Sun Crest. Now we need to examine the backsides. Push a button to raise up these projecting lines. We got to do that for each one. shape of a cross. And there's 3 lines on this one. Alright, now let's start using them on this other tombstone. And ta-da! That gets us the Magnum Revolver. A gun has been placed neatly inside. Silver Serpent. It's loaded with Magnum rounds. Nice. Alright, so we'll walk for a moment just so we don't aggro the crows. Alright, we should be good now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that sounded friendly. Alright, let's make our way up the hill. Doing the exact opposite of what Barry said. Going into the forest with the thing that you can't hurt with bullets. Cozy little cabin here. Even got a fireplace going. Firewood looks fresh. There's a map of the courtyard, which we shall take. A family picture. There's a journal. Daddy attached first, Mom attached second. Inside red and slimy, white and hard. Not true Mom wear. Dunno Dad found Mum again. When attached Mommy, she moved no more. She's screaming. Why? Just want to be with her. Mom, where? I miss you. Oh boy. From here you've got a good view of the entrance of the cabin. Okay, we got an item box. Alright, so you can put all that stuff away. And here's the crank. And if you examine it, you'll see that it's a square crank. In the original game, the square crank would have been in the shed, but it's been moved here in the remake. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's worse. You've been knocked out. Hello there, Lisa Trevor. Okay. So all you need to do is just bait out her attack and then run by before she recovers. Her attack has like some kind of disjointed hitbox, so you kind of have to wait until her hands go back down. Otherwise you might still get hit by it, weirdly enough. So yeah, that is Lisa Trevor. She is actually the prototype of the Nemesis Alpha Parasite, which is, you know, the prelude to the Nemesis in Resident Evil 3. She was George Trevor's daughter, the architect of the Spencer Mansion, and they experimented on both her and her mother. And she's really just such a tragic character. I feel so bad for Lisa and her family. There was no happy ending for any of them, sadly. Alright, so there's a zombie that pops up there on the way out. Just don't run into him. Alright, so we're gonna make our way back to the shed. now we'll take the other door.
This is Brad. If you can hear me, just give me a sign. Anything.
Jill to Brad. Can you hear me? Shit. It's broken.
Great. Oh, the dog aggroed. Stupid mutt. See ya, Cerberus. So that is a blue herb that we picked up. That will neutralize poison, if we get poison somehow. Now let's use the crank here, and it'll drain the pool. You can hear the sound of a waterfall in the distance. Okay, so now we can safely cross the pool. I don't blame Jill for not wanting to swim across it, given the circumstances and all. Watch out for the falling snakes here. Alright. Extreme close-up there, Jill. Alright, so right at the beginning, there's 3 blue herbs. You don't have to take them, like I am. You can leave them and then come and use them as needed. But it's probably best to have at least a couple in your item box anyway, just in case. Alright, we'll push this box a little bit like that. Alright, and then this way we make a little path so that we can get across there without getting choked by a plant vine. Oop, there's another battery pack. We don't need the crank again for some time. Blue herbs I can just set right there. Alright, we're back on fine. Actually, do I need those yet? My inventory is about to get clogged anyway.